What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erica Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The 46th annual Wan An Air Raid Drills began on Monday. Leslie Liao was out earlier to get a closer look at what the exercise were like in Taipei.
We're in Taipei City's Nehu district. In a few moments, sirens will go off telling people that they need to stop what they're doing and seek shelter. This is all part of the 46th annual Wan An Air Raid Drills. During the drills, traffic will come to a stop and people will need to stay inside for half an hour. The Wan An Drills are taking place all across Taiwan over 4 days. Today is Northern Taiwan's turn to conduct the drill. Tomorrow it will be Southern Taiwan's turn. Then the day after that, it will be Taiwan's outlying islands and the country's east. And the final day of the drills will happen in central Taiwan. This year, there's one additional measure. One administrative district per municipality will see stronger enforcement. In Taipei this year, that's Nehu district, where we are right now. In any other district in the city, if you're outdoors during the Wan An Air Raid drills, well, authorities will just remind you to go indoors. But if you're in one of these designated districts during the drills, you're going to get ushered into an air raid shelter or another safe spot. The Wan An Air Raid drills focus on civil defense, how to get people to safety in times of crisis or an attack. And at the same time as the Wan An Air Raid drill is going on, you have the Kuang military exercises, which mobilizes the country's defense assets to simulate how it would repel an invasion. Now, this comes against the backdrop of aggression from China, which claims Taiwan as part of its territory. And as you can see, we're now in a basement parking lot, which also doubles as an air raid shelter. As you can see, people here are staying where they are. They're sheltering in place, and we're simulating situations where there's no gas, there's no water, there's no electricity, and there's actually not a lot of ventilation in this parking lot, as you see right now. And luckily for the air raid drills, they only need to stay here for half an hour. But if this were an actual air raid, there's no telling how long these people would have to be here.
这个演习视同作战，平时如果都准备，那暂时我们就会少一点灾害。我们所有的摊商，说实在能够跪在那里，跪了将近10几分钟，确实也是相当的逼真。
This year's Wan An Air Raid drills come at a sensitive time for Taiwan. That's because China is still sending naval ships and warplanes close to the country on a near daily basis as a form of pressure. But the Wan An Air Raid drills have been going on for decades now, which prove that Taiwan has been living under the threat of Chinese aggression for quite a while now. And it's drills like these that keep the people prepared just in case. Eason Sun and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
9 soldiers were hurt when a mortar shell suddenly exploded in an ammunition depot near Taiwan's port city of Keelung. 2 of the soldiers are seriously injured and are being treated in the hospital. The incident happened on Monday during an inspection of mortar shells. Taiwan's defense ministry says they are still looking into why the munition suddenly exploded. The city's mayor says emergency workers are handling the situation.
现场还是非常的紧张。那我们一到现场以后，他们还把我们拉到了所谓他们的防爆墙后面，消防人员就在那边等待。那我们现在在把那个现场做整理。
Taiwan has started its annual live-fire military drills, the Kuang exercise, designed to prepare the country for war. Rick Glatt reports.
Taiwanese fighter jets rebasing from the country's west to the east in a simulation of what would happen should China attack. China claims sovereignty over Taiwan and has recently upped intimidation of the country, including sending military boats and planes into sensitive zones. These drills are part of the first day of Kuang exercises, the nation's largest live-fire military drills, a response to that China threat. It's not just the armed forces involved in these mobilization exercises. Across the country, reservists like these are registering to take part in these massive military drills. All Taiwanese males must complete 1 year of mandatory military service, and then they can be called up as reservists for training. It's all part of Taiwan's war preparedness. Taiwan has recently lengthened conscription and revamped reservist training, including enlisting women into the ranks. The Kuang drills also include responses to attacks on communications, cyber warfare, and air raid drills for civilians. Taiwan will also temporarily shut its main international airport to practice repelling an attack.
那另外一个比较明显不同的是，这一次把关键基础设施的防护列为整个演习项目的一个重点之一。
Hanging over the week's drills, Typhoon Doksuri, now heading towards the country. In response, the Defense Ministry has cancelled a major Air Force drill.
如果因为天候的因素导致科目调整或者是取消，那么各级部队会在后续的驻地专精基地跟联合等等阶段的训练当中，那么持续的以处处接战场的一个思维融入实施做训练的一个概念。
Much like the yearly typhoon season, an attack from China is an ever-present threat to the lives of Taiwanese. These drills are a reminder that to face up to this threat will require a nationwide response. John Su, Sam Hui, and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
South Korean police say they've received over 2,000 reports of suspicious packages, and they appear to have arrived from China via Taiwan. In the southeastern city of Ulsan, 3 care workers were hospitalized after opening one of the packages, but tests found no trace of toxins. Taiwanese investigators say the parcels came by sea to Taiwan, then traveled by air to South Korea without officially passing Taiwan's borders. South Korean authorities suspect some of the parcels may be from online sellers trying to artificially boost their ratings. They've asked China to look into the matter. Taiwan reopened its borders to people from Hong Kong earlier this year, but many people who have moved here from the city say they're having trouble putting down roots. Bryn Thomas has the story.
Hongkongers and Taiwanese, on the pitch on a hot July day. This game in Taichung was made possible by the Taiwan Hong Kong Economic and Cultural Office. Tasked with handling cultural and economic exchanges, the office plays an important role in helping people from Hong Kong relocate to Taiwan. But many people from the former British colony say it's becoming harder and harder to form roots in Taiwan, and they're often unsure how the office can help.
就是打电话去求助，举办各种，比如说座谈会啊，法律的一些也会有的。一般上的门槛其实相对上过往来说，其实没有这么高。雇主呢，他们都对于申请工作证这个事情，这个手续非常的繁复，聘请的那个意愿会变低。
Students are not the only Hong Kongers trying to rebuild their lives in Taiwan. Political dissidents from the city are also seeking asylum here. Many have arrived in the wake of protests which took place in 2019, where thousands of people poured into the streets to protest an extradition treaty imposed by Beijing. Many of them now face life in jail if arrested by Chinese authorities. That crackdown has led to calls for the Taiwanese office to do more, but letting people from Hong Kong into Taiwan is not so straightforward. Many Hong Kongers are unaware of the office or how it can help, and there's fears of a security risk.
香港人不知道，那往外跑的人，他在这1年期间困难的一个状态，各种跑来台湾的人背景其实并不是很清楚，的确有一些国安的担忧，这个是比较是台湾政府也需要比较谨慎的地方。
There are also questions about the office's staffing and resources. After reopening to people from Hong Kong in February, the office staff have been stretched thin.
不同的目的，我们当然会给予他们不同的这个协助。人力我们永远钱不够了哈，那所以我们结合了很多的社会团体或者是已经定居的人，哦，他们愿意介绍他们的这个生活的经验。
In the end, Taiwan is left balancing its desire to help with its security demands. The Taiwan Hong Kong office is doing what it can to keep up, but for many in Hong Kong, it may prove to be too little, too late. Andy Xue and Bryn Thomas for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of the world's largest hot air balloon gathering in France. I'm Erica Liu. Take care and see you next time.